Welcome to New Hope Underground, the home of the world of Dr. Reed. Today's episode is entitled, The Cincinnati Jungle and Octopi, OK, Octopuses. And now here are your hosts, Darren and Reed Hansen.
Hey, it's springtime and welcome to New Hope Underground. That's right, I'm Darren.
I'm Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed is here for the full length of the episode.
Yep, a fully licensed doctor here for the full length of an episode.
Well, hey, welcome everybody, and we have a great show today, like usual, like always, and we got a lot of animal talk today. And you know why we have a lot of animal talk today, Reed?
A lot of animals to talk about.
Well, first of all, you're here, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But secondly, it's because I've been getting on the, like I call it, the real news all the time and checking out stories and just reading through various stories. It just seems like every weird story now that's being put out there by the news media is animal based.
Yeah, I feel like it's we're all staying home, so we're probably just watching animals more often.
Thing is, they're really not that weird though. The stories they say they're weird, but they're not really that weird. Like for instance, you've got foxes get caught in a storm drain.
Yeah, that's not
and
weird.
They're rescued.
That's just sad. And then somewhat uplifting when they get rescued.
In Pittsburgh, there was a big snake in a tree.
That's not news.
I know, but apparently, I mean, I just think that we've taken a step down even in the last 6 months.
Yeah,
it's like we can't find anything that interesting to report on.
No.
So now it's just any animal news is weird news.
Yeah, animals are weird.
But some animals should make the real news. Not the what I mean, like actual news. Not anyway.
Yeah.
Of course, I call this the actual news, so I guess I should be consistent. But I do have an animal story that I read, and it's really interesting to me anyway, for some reason. But in Cincinnati, the city of Cincinnati, there have been 5 monkeys spotted running around town.
Huh.
Together.
You're right. This animal news isn't even weird anymore.
Well, so here's what I think is weird.
Is that weird for Cincinnati?
I think it's weird for Cincinnati. Okay. It's a big deal, and I'll tell you why. They got video of somebody took a video, of course, of these monkeys in trees playing around, and of course you got to get the news. If it's an official news story, the journalist has got to get a hold of the police and people like that. And so here's what they found out. They found out that the policeman actually said there's not much we can really do about this. I guess I don't know if people are calling in, asking the police to do something with these monkeys that are running around Cincinnati.
Yeah,
which I wouldn't think would be a first time, but apparently it is. And the police said we can't do much until we've had a confirmed sighting. So I think they're a little skeptical if some of this stuff is actually going on. But apparently the Cincinnati Zoo said all their monkeys are accounted for. Huh. So please don't blame us for the monkeys running around.
It's not the zoo. That's good.
It's not our monkeys. So they assume that as that the police said that if there are monkeys loose, then they probably escaped from some sort of private collection.
That's what I was about to say, a private primate collector.
I just thought the way you put that is just kind of funny. Of course, I'm not sure how else they would put it, but the fact that someone has a private collection of monkeys in Cincinnati.
It's somewhat insensitive to say that the monkeys are a collection. I feel like that's just putting down the monkeys a little bit.
Does Justin Bieber live in Cincinnati?
This could be somebody's family,
It could be.
People treat dogs. Imagine how people treat their monkeys.
Somebody could have just been spying in on a family reunion of some sort. Taking a video. Well, maybe some people are in suits swinging from trees. I don't know. We don't know what's going on.
I'm just saying, if my friend has a few dogs, I don't say he collects dogs. I just say he has a lot of dogs,
Here's what's funny about it. Actually, it was nighttime when somebody took a video of the monkeys in the trees, and what they've actually said is that the video just appears to show some animals in the trees, but it's not clear enough as to whether or not they're actual monkeys.
Gotcha.
Now, here's the thing that bothers me is that, okay, if I'm taking a video, maybe my phone's not that great. Maybe I can't take a very good video, but I'm there. I can see the monkeys in the trees.
Yeah.
Then I take that's the reason I'm taking a video.
Uh-huh.
But they don't believe me.
Well, yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you... what if I came to you and I said, hey, I saw 5 monkeys running around Effingham. What would you... I mean, would you just accept that as gospel truth, or would you be skeptical at first? Or?
I'd be... There's two ways here, depending on what my responsibilities are. But if my job isn't to round up the monkeys, then I say, yeah, I'm going to believe you wholeheartedly, and I say that let's find more monkeys and start spreading the news.
Let's create
Let's
more
make
news.
up monkeys.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds
Let's
great.
take random videos of monkeys and superimpose some sort of fancy video editing.
Yeah, let's get some After Effects in here.
Yeah.
Start putting monkeys around places.
Start to make
On
people
Keller.
think there's
Yeah.
Maybe how about just one monkey? What if we actually staged it to where it looks like there's just one monkey, one chimpanzee running around Effingham, and we just show them in different places around Effingham.
That's great. That's a great idea. I'm all for that.
I think we could get a swell of news going.
Not only, yeah, I think we could get a swell of news, and I think that would really bring our community together. I mean, that's kind of what the whole Sasquatch idea is, if you think about it.
Yeah.
This everyone's like, oh, there's one big monkey, and he hangs out around here
I
somewhere.
think we could get like groups of people in town to start hunting for this monkey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Well, it's Effingham. We can get groups of people hunting anything around here.
It's just like the hunt period.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what
It's
it
a
is.
hunting community. It's part of what we do.
I know if you said there's like a wild turkey on 4th Street, it wouldn't be there very long. I'll tell you that.
No. It'd be a prize turkey.
Next thing you know, somebody would be on Facebook with a picture.
Yeah. They'd find the turkey.
Holding that thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which is good. I couldn't do it, that's for sure.
No.
I was telling somebody else was talking to me about hunting the other day, and I was just like, I've never really been hunting. Have
Me
you?
neither. It's interesting. I've just never been.
Well, you're my son, and I didn't really take you because I wasn't really into it. No one ever took me. Never knew what I was doing.
I've never really been into it. I mean, now it's interesting, but I just never really gave it a thought. You know?
I think I wouldn't mind like the waiting game and like the shooting.
Yeah.
But I don't want to do something with it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And people are like, "Well, you're not a real man unless we cut this deer open and put blood on your face." And,
yeah, like in Red
dance
Dawn.
naked around a fire.
Yeah, like in Red Dawn, where they make you drink the blood.
Yes, there you go. There you go. I don't know why I didn't do that with you, Reed. I guess you're not really a real man yet.
It's true. I haven't drank any deer blood.
I apologize that
That's all right.
I've just.
That's what it is. That's what needs fixing in my life. Figured it out.
I tell you what. I'll do the next best thing.
All right.
Take you on a monkey hunt.
Okay, we'll drink monkey blood. That's safe.
In Cincinnati.
That's safe.
What's funny is in the article they also said this: if you do spot monkeys in Cincinnati, make sure that you stay from a safe distance and contact the authorities.
Stay at least 6 feet.
I know. And which authorities are you calling exactly? The zoo authorities?
The police clearly aren't going to do anything.
No, they don't even believe it.
Well, they don't. If I was a police officer and someone called me about a monkey, I'd be pretty mad, though, to be honest. It's not my job.
I know. It's like, wait a minute. Like, I'm supposed to... What, is the monkey doing anything illegal?
Yeah.
Like, is he robbing a bank? Or?
Yeah. Oh, now that would be interesting. That's something you need to call the cops for. If you see an animal robbing the bank, call the cops.
Then you need to call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think... I think that's like a non-negotiable.
Yeah.
Or if you see anyone even dressed like a monkey robbing a bank. I mean, actually, if you see any sort of robbing of the bank, no matter what the situation is.
Yeah, honestly, if you see robbing of a bank, probably just go ahead and call.
Whether it's a person or someone in the animal kingdom.
That is the job of the police at that point, yes.
Yes. Yeah. And if I'm a policeman, I get that call, then I'm taking it regardless if it's animal or human.
Yeah. I'm just saying, until there's a crime, I don't think the monkeys are in the hands of the police. I feel like you should probably call someone else. Maybe like I don't know, like in Florida they got those guys that catch snakes and stuff. I'm sure there's some kind of animal control like
Florida
that
man
around.
down there.
Yeah. I'm sure there's some kind of control like that in Cincinnati. There has to be, right?
Do you know there's places?
Do they have wildlife in Cincinnati?
Well, the zoo. That's why the people at Cincinnati Zoo's and it's a pretty big zoo.
Yeah, there should be at least one grad student that works over at the zoo that's like, do
you remember? I think we went there when you were a kid.
Cincinnati Zoo, probably.
I think so.
Yeah,
but it's a big zoo.
Mm-hmm.
We went to San Diego Zoo.
Now that's a big zoo.
That's a big zoo.
The biggest zoo.
And I just remember feeling so ripped off because every time we went by, these places where the animals were, you can never see them. They were like so far away or hiding or.
It's too big of a zoo. Although,
it's so big you can't see anything.
Also, I have a problem with it claiming the title of world's biggest zoo because it's an enclosure on the Earth, which is already the world's biggest zoo.
There you go.
Don't say it's
second.
Yeah.
Second world's biggest.
Second world's biggest zoo. That's fine. That's fair. The first one is just the world,
or the biggest animal prison.
Yeah. Biggest animal penitentiary.
Yeah,
San Diego. That's what I'm going to start calling them, animal penitentiaries.
I just think that this is, I don't know why this particular animal story fascinated me, but I can picture this. And if you're out and around Cincinnati today or anywhere close, listeners, you just might want to watch out. Hey, Underground listener, a little commercial right here. I want to tell you about our other podcast, GL Talk, which stands for Group Life Talk or Group Leader Talk. And it's basically a podcast we put together to kind of target our group leaders that help out with our home groups around New Hope. But I tell you what, it really is for anybody. And especially right now, because we're going through a series where I'm just reading through a particular scripture, particular passage, and kind of talking about it, tearing it apart a little bit. And it's very devotional, and I hope it might be something you might really enjoy. So give it a listen, will you? I'm going to try to start even, maybe it's once a week right now. It might even up it to 2 a week, but I just would like for you to check it out. You can go to newhopechurch.cc/listen, or you can just find GL Talk. Just type that into your search for iTunes or Google or Amazon or YouTube, you name it, we're on there. So I tell you what, give it a shot, and I really think it might be cool, especially if you're looking for something a little bit more serious than what we're doing here on Underground, or something that gets into the Word of God. That's for sure. It's only about probably 10 to 15 minutes in length, so give it a shot. And thank you, and happy listening.
The wonderful world of zoology, anthropology, botany,
entomology, herpetology.
And now, the amazing mind of Dr. Reed.
Hey, it's Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed is back.
You got it. I don't have anything to... I'm not prepared. This is kind of last minute.
What? You're always prepared.
I'm never prepared.
You've always got something.
You see that video of that guy getting attacked by an octopus?
I did not.
Me neither, but I've seen the headlines for it everywhere.
Me neither. So a guy got attacked by an octopus.
Yeah. There's some YouTube video of a guy getting attacked who's been attacked by an octopus. It's like a Pacific giant octopus. So it's the largest species. But
wait a minute. Where in the world would he get? I mean, he's not in the middle of the Pacific, is he?
No. I have no clue where this guy's at. But octopuses, which is correct, the way of saying it.
Well, it's not octopi?
That is also correct, but slightly less correct.
Really?
Believe it or not, yeah. So
it's octopuses.
Octopuses is actually fairly formal.
Okay.
But
so where did this guy find this octopus exactly?
No clue. Like I said, I was so lazy I didn't even click on it. Just saw it and was like, let's talk about it. I assume somewhere in the Pacific.
You're full of facts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is out in the wild though, or is it in the zoo?
No, it's in the wild. He was messing with
aquarium. I mean,
so a while ago.
Guess was an octopus be in a zoo?
Yeah, you could get one in a zoo.
Okay, I didn't know.
No, but this was out in the wild, right? So it's always like there's some big documentary that came out this year called My Octopus Teacher.
And
it's about this scuba diver who starts going to the same place and visiting with the same octopus every day.
Okay.
Until it becomes like,
kind of like Tuesdays with Maury.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what that is, but it's just like
that. This guy who wrote a book about his visits with an older guy naed Maury every week on the same day.
Like that, time. But it's every day, same time.
Yeah.
So they're real close. And it's a cool. I haven't even watched that documentary because I just watch trailers now. I have such a small attention span.
Well, you know what? You pretty much get everything in the trailer.
Exactly.
It's
just the YouTube highlights.
Right.
That's what I want. But
The essence of the documentary, though, was about this guy going to the same octopus every day.
Yeah, and how
every day or every week, or
and how smart they are.
Okay.
He just is kind of just ended up accidentally doing research, basically filming it every day and figuring out that they're super intelligent. They're really smart and plan.
How do they know that?
Just from watching behaviorally. Like it's a pretty common phenomenon for larger species of octopus to plan and in a way that a lot of animals don't. Like there's a video of an octopus that carries coconut shells from the shore, grabs them, and then takes them with it across a reef where there's no coverage, so it can hide itself in the discarded coconut shells to look like a coconut while it's resting, which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
It's wild stuff. But anyway,
what's it eat anyway?
Anything like fish.
All right, so it attacks
stuff.
other sea creatures.
Yeah. They attack. That's what all those sucker things are for. They just
the tentacles.
Yeah. Exactly, the tentacles. They pull them in, and then they have a beak, almost exactly like a bird's beak.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not realize
it's in the
that.
middle of their face. Yeah, it's the only hard part of their body, actually, like a bone.
If you had never seen an octopus before, like pictures or anything, didn't know anything about it, you would assume it's like an alien.
Yeah, if it's the closest thing to an alien. No doubt about it. But anyway, I think what's going on is people's fascination with the octopuses is causing them to get a little closer and approach out of novelty. And so I think that this guy probably has seen this documentary and was like, I'm going to touch that thing. I'm going to go pet it.
He touched it?
Probably. I mean, I don't know how else you let an octopus get that close to you.
Right.
Because I feel like it's not just going to attack
What
you.
happened? Anything happen?
I don't know. He looks... I didn't, like I said, I just saw the little clip there. That's all I got on news.
So what do you think's going to happen with octopuses feeling a little bit more comfortable with humankind?
I have no clue. They can get as comfortable with us as they want, but they look weird, so I don't know how comfortable
could
we'll
it pose
get with
a
them.
danger though for us? I mean,
I'd be scared.
I wonder how many. Do you ever wonder if there's like really, really big ones that you just?
Oh yeah. Have you ever seen the pictures of the giant squids they have? Okay, so I say they is in the ocean. Have you seen? Is it the ocean?
The ocean
people?
takes pictures of giant squids.
Yeah. No, there's giant squids that come out of the Atlantic that are over 20 feet long. They have eyes the size of dinner plates. Like,
good night.
Ridiculously huge creatures. I mean, we didn't even know they existed until like the 70s.
Wow.
We all just thought, krakens are a myth, and then it turns out no, it's kind of real.
So it really is a kraken. That's what a kraken is a giant squid?
Yeah, that's what most people assume is responsible. Because you see one of those, it might not take down your ship, but it looks like it could.
Well, see, Seattle is starting a new professional hockey team.
Yeah,
called the Krakens.
The Krakens, yeah.
And so I thought that was like a myth.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but...
The Kraken really is like a mythological, gigantic squid.
Yeah, kind of. Well, the problem with the Kraken...
Godzilla kind of
Yeah, well,
stuff.
the problem with the Kraken is it's outside of taxonomy. So we don't know if it's supposed to... Most depictions look like an octopus. Some look like a squid. So there's really, it's whatever. Who knows?
What's the difference between an octopus and a squid?
A squid has more tentacles, and his body is different. They're both same family.
Do they have the same amount of arms?
They have different amount of arms, actually. An octopus has 8 arms, and I think squids have...
6? Is that right? They have more than 4, right?
Yeah.
So 6?
I think it's like 6 tentacles or something. I really can't tell you off the
6
top of my head.
arms
I should know, but I don't.
Okay. No, that's all right. That's why he's Dr. Reed.
Yeah, exactly. I should know, but I don't.
So, what do you suggest to our listeners, like if they're interested in maybe octopuses or squids or even the Kraken?
I say just give it a go. Go try to pet one or something. Maybe it attacks, maybe it doesn't. I mean, to be honest, I don't think there's a single octopus that isn't poisonous that I couldn't totally beat up. So I'm not too worried. I don't think anyone else should be too worried.
Well, if you can't find one, I have a good idea of where to go.
At Cincinnati Zoo, probably.
Or just downtown.
Yeah, just go to Cincinnati. They have monkeys in Cincinnati. I'm sure they have octopi in Cincinnati.
You know what? It is springtime and it's getting warmer out. You pretty excited about that?
Sure.
You don't sound too excited.
It's a bittersweet thing. Yeah, I'm mostly excited.
75 degrees, man. I'm all about that.
Yeah. I just don't like when it gets to like 85
Yeah.
and it's just too hot.
Just too hot for you.
It's too much.
Right now, though, I mean, like,
No.
it's kind of in the 50s, 60s,
Yeah, it's perfect.
70s a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but what are you looking forward to the most, as the weather gets better? What do you want to... I know you like hiking a little bit.
Hiking, as like we were talking about earlier, pre-podcast, I'm getting into biking.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to join you on some bike rides. Hiking, biking. I'm going back to Colorado probably a couple more times this summer. Do
Sweet.
some rafting, some more hiking. I'm going to tour the Stanley Hotel in June. That's the hotel that they based that, or Stephen King wrote The Shining about.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like the...
Well, you'll have when you come back, you'll have to do another podcast. We can hear about
Yeah,
that.
absolutely.
So you're just Mr. Outdoorsman.
Yeah, I think so. I'm getting there.
You ever think you ever get to a place where you just live outdoors, like off the land?
Yeah, that's the plan. To be self-sufficient would be a great goal.
You know what you should do is you should get on one of those reality shows, like, the ones where they take you way up north.
Yeah. Goodness, what's that one called?
Naked and Afraid.
Naked and Afraid. There's one. It's just about
Ice Truckers.
Yeah, I'm gonna become an ice road trucker this summer. I'm pretty
Ice Road
excited about
Trucker.
it.
And then you've got the Deadliest Catch. You should do that.
Yeah.
We go on the Bering Strait and catch crab.
Yeah, that sounds safe.
Yeah.
Well, that actually would be pretty cool. It's
pretty outdoorsy.
Awesome. It's very outdoorsy. I would actually love that. Hang out in Alaska.
Yeah.
And on a boat.
So if you could live in any state,
Yeah.
other than Colorado, because I know you like Colorado, but let's take that off the table. Where would you go next?
If I was just scenery, outdoorsman,
Yeah.
I'd say Alaska for sure.
Alaska.
Southern Alaska, like the capital, like Juneau area, because it's 40 degrees and rains the whole year. That's perfect.
Yeah, so you got to
Ideal.
be around some sort of population, or it would take you forever to get supplies.
Yeah, exactly. And
Some of these people that live like way up there, like,
Yeah.
it takes them months to get anything.
yeah, not only that, but then they have to deal with the weird light, being dark
Yeah,
and
they-
then light for too long. That bummed me out after a while.
You
But
have to worry about whiteout and all that stuff.
yeah. But southern parts of Alaska seem pretty cool. I've always wanted to go out there. They got volcanoes, glaciers,
Hang out with bears,
eagles,
Kodiaks, hang out with elk,
killer whales.
killer whales,
Yeah, from downtown Juneau,
octopuses.
you can see them. The octopuses.
Do they live out in cold water?
Yeah, absolutely.
There you
So
go.
actually, one of the most densely populated areas for the Pacific large octopus would be from southern Alaska down to the coast of Oregon.
See,
California.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew that's why you were going there.
Yeah.
Why you're
That's what it's
thinking
about. Yeah.
going there.
It's a portion of it,
Well, hey, I don't know what you're listening. I don't know what you guys are doing. Mowing your yard or getting outside, hopefully a little bit, walking around, walking the dog. Just get out. Good
General
grief.
walking.
We've been trapped for way too long.
Mm-hmm.
It really is funny though, because it's been said to me several times by people, because this COVID thing, I'm ready to just get out. I'm like, you weren't getting out during COVID?
Yeah, you can still
Like, you
go
can still
outside.
In fact, outside is like one of the safest places.
Yeah,
to be.
I'm sure there's some people in the cities who have a harder time getting away.
Yeah,
But for me, if I get on my roof, I'm at least 12 feet from anyone else.
I know everybody's situation is different. I'm just kind of joking around.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
I think it's really interesting that outside is like a great place to be.
Oh, yeah, easily. There's always room outside. There's stuff to
Yeah,
do.
just stay away from all the touristy areas
Yeah.
where thousands of people pour in to, I don't know, watch a geyser go off or
Or,
something.
I don't know, hang out at the touristy areas. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Probably not good advice right now, but
Probably not good advice.
don't do that.
Dr. Reed.
Yeah, here's my Dr. Reed advice.
Yeah, we won't tell you what he's a doctor of.
Yeah.
That way you can determine whether or not you want to take that advice or not.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Doctor of magnets.
We've had
Magnetic healing.
we've had a good time today. Now, I do have a couple of things I need to talk about real quick before we close up here. And one is things I'm going to be in Shelbyville, one of the small groups of the first and third Wednesdays of the month. I think it's the 5th and the 19th to do a Bible question and answer kind of thing. And anyone around that area is welcome to come. If you have any interest in that, just get a hold of me. You can text me if you don't know how to get a hold of me texting, then just Facebook has here at the show if you want, at New Hope Underground, Instagram at New Hope Underground, message me. I'd love to give you some information about that in case you just want to come hang out with us. And it's going to be real informal, hanging out, having a good time talking about Bible stuff. So that's going to be pretty cool. And so again, I'm getting ready for summer. I'm hoping to take some time off this summer and travel a little bit more than usual. Mainly because COVID's finally starting to kind of chill as far as traveling goes. Yeah. And also, you've got, a brother that's just graduated, getting ready to graduate basic training. So he'll be in training in Oklahoma for a while. So I might go down there. I don't know. Yeah. Hang out. So, but I don't know if anything will top our South Dakota trip. I mean, because...
Nah, it's a hard one to top.
Yeah. We saw some pretty incredible things, like a giant gopher. And
we saw faces of presidents carved into a mountain. Top that.
Yeah, top that. And then we saw bones of all sorts of prehistoric type animals in Nebraska, which was really interesting.
That super interesting.
And like nobody was there, just us hanging out.
Just us and
a couple of workers.
A few foreign exchange students, which really surprised me.
That's basically what it was.
That's such a weird part of America to end up in as a foreign exchange student, just remote Nebraska. Being interesting.
And we went to the zoo in Omaha, Nebraska. Which you would not think would be very good.
No.
Just Omaha. I mean, I don't know, but it was great.
It was awesome.
You had a good time.
Great zoo. Yeah.
The only thing I didn't like was I loved the chair ride thing that we would do up in the area. We go across the whole park. I just didn't like the fact that it crossed right across the tiger pit. I just didn't care about that.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of how they kind of drop you down and dangle you into the lion exhibit there at the end too.
They had a lion.
Yeah, what was that thing that they did where they make you wear a pair of meat shoes?
Yeah.
That was weird.
It was funny though. Like we're going over this thing, and there was actually like a hill they built for the lion to hang out, and he was at the top of it. Well, it's not like that far away from where we're going over in there.
You could jump. The thing that had me scared was that the rhinoceros was directly below the center of the highest point. Like almost like he was waiting for us to fall.
I know.
Like he'd just seen
when
it
the animals
before.
are looking up and like kind of licking their chops, you're kind of like, what in the world? Like, you wonder if this has happened before. Like, is this I don't know, just is it by lottery or something?
Is this supposed to be fun for us or fun for them?
That was the only thing against Omaha Zoo.
Yeah, that was pretty weird.
But no, it's so true. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in, and we had a good time like usual, and come back next week.